Okay, so to start off this Snow Queen look, I'm just going to put a layer of my foundation on as normal. And I'm blending that together just with a stippling brush. Then I'm going to cover up my crazy dark circles with a salmon coloured concealer just underneath my eyes. Here I'm taking a white face paint and I'm just going to use that as a highlight. So I'm just going to put that in a C kind of around my eyes, so on my temples, down the bridge of my nose, on the tops of my cheekbones, and blend that all out. And then with what's left on my brush, going to dust that over my cupid's bow and my chin. And then when it's all nicely blended, I'm just going to set that all with a white eyeshadow. Here I'm just going to fill in my brows with the same white face paint. If you have really fair brows, you don't need to do this because we are going to be covering them up with different colours and some frosty bits. But it just gives me a nice blank canvas to work with, and I look really crazy with white eyebrows. Ooh. Here I'm going to take just a wash of a really pale blue colour and I'm just going to put that all over my lid and blend it out. And this is just our transition shade, just so when we do put brighter colours over top, they will blend all nicely together. So I'm taking a kind of aqua-y, turquoisey colour, and then I'm just going to pop that all over my lid, and I'm going to place some of it just in the inner corner of my eye, just underneath the start of my brow, and then I'm going to blend that all out. Then I'm going to take the same brush and whatever's left on it, I'm just going to kind of bring that down the nose just to contour slightly. So here I'm going to take a dark blue eyeshadow and I'm just going to underline the bottom bit of my brow, and instead of following the curve of my eyebrow, I'm going to try and make it a bit straighter, so I'm going to pull it straight out, and then whatever's left on the brush again, I'm just going to flick it up. So then you want to do that same to the other side, so you can see it's kind of a straight line, and then you're flicking it upwards. And I frown a lot in this video, I am sorry. Ooh. Here is just a silver cream eyeshadow, and I'm just going to use that to brighten up my highlight a bit. So I'm going to put that on the tops of my cheeks and down the centre of my nose. So we're going to make the frost now, and that's majoritively Epsom salts, which is really cheap. You can just find it in any pharmacy or most places, I guess. Which looks like this. I'm going to add a pinch of glitter, so silver glitter and this kind of purpley glitter and some pearly pigments in with my Epsom salts. Mix them around and then you get this kind of snowy, frosty, glittery concoction. Then I'm just going to put some eyelash glue just over my brows, and then I'm going to dip my finger into the Epsom salts frosty concoction and then press it onto my brow just over the top of glue. And I made such a mess doing this, guys. Please don't do this in your bedroom. Whew. And then that is what your frosty brow looks like. And then you want to go ahead and do the other side. I think it's super effective and does kind of look like frost. Here I'm just going to take a super bright blush and just pop that on my cheeks. And then I actually decided that my blue wasn't strong enough, so I'm just going to deepen it up with a shimmery kind of teal colour. Here I'm going to take a white face paint again, and I'm just going to use that to neaten up my eyes and do a really strong highlight just underneath my eyes. Please make sure you use a face paint that is suitable for your under eye area. I don't want any eye infections, please. And then I'm just going to blend that down. I'm also going to use the same white face paint to fill in my lips, but we're not going to keep it this crisp. We're actually just going to blend it out so it's kind of more of a fade and more of a wash of colour. Then I'm going to set the under eye white face paint with that super pearly pigment that we put in our frost earlier. So everything is super shiny and beautiful. And I'm just going to kind of softly blend that in with my little finger. Here I'm going to tape an eyelash glue again and just run that over the top of my eyelid like you would an eyeliner, just so we can kind of put some gems on this. They kind of make rhinestone eyeliner, I suppose. I'm not sure what to call this. Now I'm taking the same eyelash glue and just putting a tiny bit on the inner corner of my eye. Please nobody glue their eyes together or do anything like that. Do this sensibly if you're going to try and recreate this look. And then I'm just going to put some smaller rhinestones just in the inner corner of my eye for some extra sparkle. I'm going to take a hot pink and then just pop that in the centre of my lips and kind of blend it out. Then take a white face paint and kind of dab it over top. So the pink kind of comes through a bit cracked and a bit distressed. And then I'm just going to take the same face paint again and just coat my lashes so they're all white and frosty. Please, once again, just remember to check that your face paint is suitable for your eye area. Now I'm going to take some more eyelash glue and I'm just going to dot it around places where I want the extra bits of frost. So along my jawline, some down my neck, and then on my cheekbone. And then you should look like a frosty princess, a snow queen, or anything else you'd like to call it. I actually decided I wanted some frost on my lips, so I just kind of pressed some of the frostiness just onto them, and then I decided I was done. So there you have it. You are now a beautiful, shiny snow queen.